Hello, everyone. Happy Black History Month. This is technically not going to be the first video I made for Black History Month, but it's going to be the first full length video I make in Black History Month and the first video of February. So, hey, for that, as always, obligatory self promotion. What if I ruled the world? Poems inspired by music by your boy. It's always in the description, always in my link tree. Like I always say, my mic light is like glaring and I don't know why. So hopefully that's not distracting. But before we start the video, I want to show off that we're talking about Lovers Rock, and I do have, I don't know if you can really see it, I do have Lovers Rock, the CD, the physical copy. I'm going to put it, there's the cover. There we go. Okay, the songs are the same, which I know Sade is technically a US band. So they shouldn't have two different things. Okay, so it's just the lyrics inside. I wanted to see if there were any pictures. Oh, there are some pictures. It's just them recording, though. Just them in the studio. Nothing really exciting that I want to like show you, but I could show a little bit. That's Sade, the lead singer, singing, and then there other people playing instruments. I don't know how good these are gonna look on this video, but yeah. So yeah, it's all right. Straight to the point. Just read the lyrics. That's all you need. One picture of the band, just her on the cover. Honestly, I also have the best of Sade. So I have the like a greatest hits album, and their album Soldier of Love. I don't think any of them. I think only Sade of Sade has been on the cover. So that's cool. And then also for Soldier of Love, I have the back booklet because I have one of those ones where the CDs go inside it and you don't keep the case. So, um, yeah. And I also have Amy Winehouse Back to Black, which we talked about last week, and I have her album Frank in physical copies. Um, and then I do have the one where it's the like extra songs that she never got to release. Um, for Amy Winehouse. And of course, I have the US version of the Amy Winehouse Back to Black. So it does have different songs. No, that's crazy. It does not. At least the one I have. One on iTunes, it's different. Oh, no, no, no. It does. Okay, this is different. Because the other one has Addicted, but this one doesn't have Addicted at the end. So I was wrong. But yeah, so I do have some. I feel like, do I have all of them? No, I don't have all of my top 10 favorites as physical copies. I feel like I have most of them. I just looked and I have some other people on my list. I have Mary J. Blige and I have Mariah. I have a lot of Mariah Carey. So, um, I'm trying to think who else is coming up. Brandy. I probably have Brandy, but we'll get to that. I've already wasted 3 minutes, but I just want to show off my physical copy. You know, show that I feel like they still give CDs out, but I'm like, do people really listen to CDs? I feel like I burn them onto my phone, so it's not like I listen to them like just as a CD. Like I don't put them in a CD player or like my DVD player and just listen to them. Maybe I should. Everything is digital now, and it's not like. I mean, of course, like I said, they still make CDs. Some people have cassette tapes with their releases. Like they have all kind of stuff. There's vinyls, so it's not 100% just everything's digital. So that's cool. But let's get into the video. I have wasted enough time rambling and showing off stuff. So I'm going to give a biography of Sade Adu, the lead singer of Sade. Um, she was born Helen Fola Sade, Fola Sade I do. Um, yes, I know I probably butchered her full name, but here we are. But she's known professionally as Sade Adu or simply Sade. She's a Nigerian British singer known as the lead vocalist of her band Sade, which she is named after, of course, which is named after her actually. One of the most successful British female artists in history, she is often recognized as an influence on contemporary music. She has been honored as the office by the with the honor. She's been recognized with the honor Office of the Order of the British Empire in 2002, and she was made commander in 2017 birthday honors. She was born in Ibadan, British Nigeria. Fucking gonna sneeze, y'all. My allergies have been crazy, so if I sneeze, I'm sorry, but I don't know what is going on with the pollen. It's supposed to be cold, but the weather's going up and down. So anyway, she was brought up in England from the age of 4. She studied at St. Martin's School of Art in London and gained a modest recognition as a fashion designer and part-time model before joining the band Pride in the early 1980s. After gaining attention as a performer, she formed the band Sade and secured a recording contract with Epic Records in 1983. This is all from Wikipedia if you want to look on your own. A year later, the band released the album Diamond Life, which became one of the era's best-selling albums and the best-selling debut by a British female vocalist. Would it technically be lead vocalist? I guess she's the only vocalist, so that does make sense. In July 1985, Sade was among the performers at the Live Aid charity concert at Wembley Stadium. And next year, she appeared in the film Absolute Beginners. I would love to see her act. The band released their third album. Well, where's the second album? I might have copied and pasted something wrong. It does just skip their. That's kind of crazy. It does skip like the second album. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was Wikipedia and not me. But anyway, let's say they released their third album, Stronger Than Pride, in 1988, and their fourth album, Love Deluxe, in 1992. The band went on hiatus in 1996 after Sade gave birth to her son. The band reunited in 1999, and the following year, Lovers Rock came out, which is what we're going to talk about today. The first album in 8 years, and now it's been 25 years. No, it's been 15. No, am I doing it wrong? Doing the math wrong? It's been 15 years. I did a short video talking about this, them being on hiatus for so long. Oh. And yes, it's been 15 years because the last one was 2010. So, Lovers of Rock was a departure from the band's earlier jazz-inspired sounds. In 2010, they released their album Soldier of Love, their 6 studio albums, and they went on tour. And the tour ended in 2011. And since then, they have done 2 songs, Flower of the Universe for the soundtrack for the movie Wrinkle in Time, and The Big Unknown for the movie Widows. Well, she also has done another song recently in honor of her son who is trans, and it's on like a trans benefit album. I hope that's right. I did not put that in my notes, but I just wanted to point that out. And basically, it's like kind of like a song apologizing for not knowing his identity, but she's very accepting, so that's very nice. All right, so let's get into Lovers Rock. It was released November 13th, 2000. The genre is soul and reggae. Where can you stream it? YouTube Music, Apple Music, Pandora, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, all the regular spots. Also, if you have the CD like me, just go ahead and play it. Even though like no computers have the CD-ROM anymore, but I have like a external one so I could plug it in and play it if I want it. What are the vibes of this album? It's very smooth, reflective, and relaxing. And so I'm going to talk about my favorite songs. Why do I feel like I'm supposed to have 4 favorite songs? Did I forget one? Usually I do 4, but I only have three right here, so we'll see. So my favorite songs, my first one is the lead single. I try not to do too many singles, but this is the only single I put up here. By Your Side. It's a very sweet and loving song. I love the beat as well. Excuse me, as well as very relaxing and complimentary to the lyrics. Talks about loyalty to the one she loves no matter what. Very nice message, and hopefully I find someone I love this much because now I don't know about all this. LOL. And also the title is Lovers Rock is based on a reggae genre that is like mostly about love and really caters to women. But yeah, and All About Our Love is the next one. Um, this song is the one you gotta say to your kids, "What do you know about this?" It gives very much that vibe. Um, LOL. It's very smooth and funky. I love the beat and it's upbeat with the lyrics. Very loving song, lovely song all around. So yeah, she's talking about their love, you know. The Sweetest Gift. I've always loved this song. I love the imagery of this song. I love the moon is personified and things are happening to her. Once again, very sweet song, and the beat sounds like a lullaby. It's really nice. I'm gonna add another song. I thought I put four, but I was trying not to put two singles, so I feel like I got distracted. But Flow is really like a good song. I love the beat, and once again, it's about love. Just like take up your love and come to me, like basically flow to her, and I love that song. So I'm gonna add that as my fourth favorite song. And yeah, it's very reggae inspired beats, and yeah, so it definitely fits the genre of lovers rock and reggae. And I don't have any least favorite songs. I have some songs that like I like more than others, but it's I don't think there's any bad song. So there's nothing like offensively like I didn't like. So yeah. So here's my overall opinion. I really love how smooth and relaxing and thought provoking this album is. The songs "Slave Song" and "Immigrant" are still relevant songs even now. It shows that Sade was and is timeless in their music. The lyrics and beats on this album really complement each other. I love the title track as a literal interpretation. Say that 5 times fast. And the person they love is literally the lover's rock, which is what she's saying. She says, "You are the lover's rock, the rock that I cling to." I just love that. I love how it's a double entendre. Y'all, I could not spell this word. Spell check did not know what I was talking about. I had to Google it, but now I know how to spell it, y'all. I will say, despite my love for this album and my love for Sade, I will say I think I could have put this down to maybe 6 or 7 instead. Like I'd keep it in the top 10. I will say I haven't listened to all their albums, but this one seems the most chill. So I feel like maybe one day I'll swap it with one of their other albums that I like more. But I feel like this one's pretty chill. I'm not saying it's bad; it's still really great, but I don't know. I feel like is this peak Sade? I don't know. I have to like really explore. Like I've heard a lot of their songs, but I haven't listened to like all of their albums together. Like I've listened to Soldier of Love, and then this one all the way through, and then I just have the greatest hits one. So it's not like I've listened to all of the albums. I used to connect with it more as a child since I really felt like I really related to King of Sorrow, but now I don't feel that same way. So like I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But still of course it's a 10 out of 10. Still highly recommend. I feel like besides obviously Slave Song, it's intense. It's not I'm trying to just like describe it in a way that's gonna make sense. It's not um traumatic, like like it's called Slave Song, obviously it's about slavery, but it's not like graphic is what I want to say. But it definitely gives the imagery. She talks about being on the shore and them taking her to the belly. Yeah, so I mean it's intense, but it's not like she's describing anything like graphically happening. And then Immigrant is about an immigrant, a black immigrant, and how people treat him. I interpret it as him. uh That's what I think that she was saying in the song, that it was a man. But yeah, I'm going to talk about a little bit more about that now. So I'm going to read a rant connection to music rant. Um, and I was thinking about how I don't connect to this song King of Sorrow like I used to. Uh, do I talk about that more later? I do. I kind of went off into a tangent and then went back into it. But basically, what I want to say is it's interesting how throughout our lives, how certain songs can bring back certain memories, places, and times. I also feel like there's so many things that do this: music, food, perfumes, clothes. Yeah, music can invoke emotions, good, bad. Oh, I meant to put bad, bad, and any emotion in between. It's so interesting how music can shape everything around us. Like, you know how people are always like, oh, this song sounds like 2016. This song sounds like this time. I remember this song in 2020. I remember this song in this year, you know? So it kind of like shapes everything around you and places you in the past or in the, well, I guess not the future. We don't know about the future yet. But, you know, it can place you at certain points of your life or certain points of time. When I used to connect to King of Sorrow, that's how I felt because when it came out, I was a child who didn't have a good childhood. But now I feel like it's time to change my future. I do go on a little bit of a rant, but I go back into talking about music, but so we'll get into it. Even though things are a mess, so yeah, now I feel like it's time to change my future. So even though things are a hot mess on the government level, I still feel like why not leap and jump towards my dreams. I feel like I've been so scared to take a chance and have nothing to lose. Literally, I don't have many assets to risk. I feel like us millennials were sold a fantasy of how our careers were supposed to go, but now we're in reality and in debt on top of that. But music can help us escape and ground us. Listening to Immigrant, uh, listening to Immigrant, these same racist and prejudiced ideas are still happening today, even just with the election, talking about Haitians eating cats and dogs. And this song is about a black immigrant and how they don't want to touch his hand when they give him change. Like it's still very relevant. And a song from this album was 25 years ago. That's why I got 25 from. And a song from 25 years ago is still relevant. That's kind of crazy. And it's the same thing with a lot of Tupac. Like the song changes. Um, Music reflects our times, and unfortunately, it shows we are not as advanced as we think we are. So it's like kind of it's really crazy to me that we're still talking about how immigrants are being treated badly, how all of these horrible things are happening: war, rape, famine, genocide. All these things that like past music has talked about is still happening today, and people are still talking about it in their music today. And it's like, how advanced are we as a Western society? Like, really, if we are still dealing with the same problems from 25 years ago, from uh, even Tupac, I can't do math, but that's probably about 30, 20 something. That's 25, 2000. In 2000, I want to say he died in like 98, 96. It's like about 27, 30 ish. So it's like if we're still dealing with the same stuff, like how advanced are we really? Like we have AI, we have all this technology, but like it's like, our brains haven't evolved. And it's like the music is reflecting that we haven't evolved really. And we're still dealing with the same things again. And then we're still dealing with, them of not wanting to talk about, slavery and all these things that happened to us that are still affecting us today. And then, slave songs talking about kind of like persisting and, remembering the past, but also, persevering to the future. And it's still like something that's happening now. And that's how we connect to music. Like we just, politically, romantically, like for example, some artists write about their past relationships, they write about their current relationships. So it's just how we connect with music and how it connects to us. So yeah. Have you listened to Sade's Lovers Rock? If Lovers Rock is not your favorite Sade album, which one is? Like I said, I've only listened to Lovers Rock and Soldier of Love. And I really want them to come out with a new album. They've been making a couple songs, like I said, here and there. One was last year for the trans um benefit album. I don't know if it was a trans benefit album. I feel like that's what it was. And then the other ones were in 20. Phew. Oh, I did not put the dates for these, but I feel like they were Wrinkle in Time was maybe 2018, 19. I don't think it was like too far away. It was like a couple years ago. And then Widows, I feel like was also like a 2018, like not too far away. But yeah, I really want them to come out with a new album, and I feel like I wonder what they have to say now. Um, I know that Sade herself, of course, she's British Nigerian, so she doesn't live in America. But I kind of wonder about the rest of the group. I'm assuming they're all British, but I haven't looked into it because I was like, I just want to read her biography because they're like, of course, there's like extra people in the band. But I do wonder if it will be reflective of what's. But I feel like, there's like certain things that are just happening all around the world. Like the far right movement is happening all around the world. So I just wonder if they would have more songs like Immigrant and Slave Song now. I feel like they probably would. But yeah, that's my rambling, my review of Sade's Lovers Rock. Do you love Sade? Do you hate Sade? Are you ready for a new album? Do you think they should take their time? It's been 15 years, so I feel like they've taken enough time. But that's also a good thing, like I said in my short video, that they can still be relevant after all this time. And I don't think any new artist will ever be able to do that in the future. And it's kind of sad because it's like, you want longevity, but we'll see how it goes because everything just moves so fast, like I said. But yeah, that's Sade's Lovers Rock. And that's all I have to say about it. And I will see you all next week.